We are on Mikvaot Perek Bet Mishnah Chet. And we're learning about different kinds of water that collected in jugs. Last Mishnah we learned about water that collected on the roof. Now we're going to have a different kind of water that collected in a bucket. Hasayad. Sayad is from seed. It's a plaster guy. So you're building the mikvah and you hire a plaster guy. And now he's, you got the bricks or whatever. Now he's putting on the plaster. He's got a bucket. Okay, and like all good workmen, he forgot the bucket. Sometimes you forget the bucket. So Hasayad sheshachach atzitz. Atzitz here is the bucket. Or atzitz can refer to a planter. Usually in halacha we term it like an atzitz naku, a planter that has a hole, or atzitz she'eno naku, a planter that doesn't have holes in it, a planter. So it's like it's a pot, it's a flower pot. But here it refers to the bucket which he had his plaster in. So hasayad, the plaster guy, sheshachach atzitz babor. He forgot the bucket in the pit, in the mikvah. Beneath malay mayim, now it fills up with water. So now I have, interestingly, so what do I have? I have it's filling up, the bucket fills up with water, and the bor is filling up with the water. If I pick up the bucket and pour it in, that's mayim shuvim. So, says the Mishnah, im hayu hamayim tzafim al gabab. If the water is floating above it, the water is here, like the water is floating on top, meaning the water is licking the water so they filled up equally. So the water in the bucket is touching the water that's in the mikvah. Koshu, any amount, yishaver. Break the bucket, meaning you break the bucket and the water can flow in. Okay, then yishaver. Why should I do it? Shelo nishavu hamayim. So the water should not be drawn. Because they're already mixed. Aval ima yam ma'aleh atzitz. If he picks up the bucket, biyado in his hands, hayu nifsekim, they would become disconnected from the mikvah water. V'nasim telushim, they're disconnected. Then you can't pour the water in. I guess it's talking about a case where it's just 40 sa'ah, and you don't want to. If you take out the bucket, you're not going to have 40 sa'ah. Okay, v'im lav, and if not, lo yishaber, don't break it. Divrei Rabbi Eliezer, so says Rabbi Eliezer. Okay, so why can't you break it? Okay, because if you break it, so there's a couple of different opinions. Because if you break it, why not? I mean, if you pick it up, that's one thing. But why can't I just break it just like I did with the kankanim? She'eina onak shamim ayre. So the Bartuner says he must be talking about a case where it's not the rainy season. The imaya onak shamim. Remember we said in the last mission, if it's rainy season. Kevan diika mayim babor, since there's water already in the pit, yishaver. Kid amran. We said, what's the matter? That's hamshacha. So that's one opinion according to Rabbi Eliezer. The Kahati gives a different opinion. Kahati says, no, it's talking about the rainy season, but the problem is here in the atzitz you kind of want the water. The kankanim you want it to dry out. Since you wanted the kankanim to dry out, you don't want the water at all. But here you want the water in the atzitz. Why? Because you used it for plaster or whatever. You're happy that you don't have a problem. It got wet, and therefore, he says, if the water is not touching, you shouldn't break it at all. Rabbi Yeshua says, ben kach uben kach yishaver. Okay, you can break it no matter what. Whether there's my water on it or not, you just water, and that's hamshacha. We'll stop here. Our learning to remember my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.